Tango Clacks.
Here. All right, whatever. We're here. If we get a massive echo, then that'll make this even more funnier. Alrighty, so we are here. It is Thursday. It is Wolfbite Day, and I'm already fucking up royally left and right. So it's been amazing.
He's just nervous having me on.
It's because it's the number one male OnlyFans guy.
Yeah.
That's why. Logan.
That's me. Hey.
The master of the taste buds.
Yeah. Dude, people will not let this go.
Dude, Marshmallow, really? Marshmallow?
When he's always going to be asking for titles for it, I was hoping he asked for one, and I would immediately ask him to put, what if the wolf loses its taste buds?
Oh, I should have done that. Dude, I was just trying to get the stream going because I seriously woke up at like 4 or something.
Yeah?
He just rolled out of bed, got in the chair, like...
Yeah, bro. And he had the most amazing hair going on when he first showed up.
Oh, I could still have the most amazing hair going on. Here, give me a second.
1,
2.
3.
Yes, clown is starch struck. Yes, Mitch Hoggart or Hoggett. You need to come out with like a yogurt line of like e-liquids and stuff and call them Mitch Yogurts.
Yes.
Or call it Yogurt's Hoggart. Or Hoggart's Yogurt.
Hoggart's Yogurts. Yes, yes. Yes. Because I was seriously thinking that yesterday when we were doing rescue.
It's funny. My wife smells his juices when they come in. And he's like, oh, they smell so nice. He should make candles.
Candles.
I mean, they do smell amazing. Like when you just like knuckle them or you smell them, they smell amazing. So like it's just like the way she says it, it's funny.
Please explain to your wife that Mitch Hoggart doesn't work in Bath and Body Works, please.
I mean, he
Thank
might.
you.
We don't know. He could be an undercover Bath and Body Works employee.
Yeah.
Making
like,
candles in the back of the
sure.
Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, he works.
Maybe he works for Yankee Candle.
Ooh.
Well, they're based in
Maybe.
Massachusetts, and I think he low-key wants to live in Massachusetts. He wants to be
no
from
one,
Boston.
No one wants to live in Massachusetts.
He wants to be, listen, nobody wants to live in Buffalo, kid, all right?
That's
Listen.
why I don't.
He
Hey,
wants
Logan.
to be living in Massachusetts because he has an obsession with Bill Burr and all them.
Okay. That makes
Logan,
sense.
did you by
Bill
Massachusetts?
Burr.
Did you mean fake Australia or what?
Yeah. Dude, fucking
Fake Australia, he says.
Massachusetts is just fucked.
I moved out of there 5 years ago just because it was becoming so liberal.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't do it anymore. And like when I left, like gas was super expensive, and like the people, like when I left Massachusetts, I still smoked cigarettes, and they were like $8-9. And like people that like still smoke there, they're like, oh, they're $11.50, $12, $13. I'm like, and you still buy those cigarettes? Like, vape.
That's
Like,
why
just
they
vape.
keep raising the prices on them, though, so
Just-
you quit.
Yeah. You know, it's a shit strategy, but it actually like it works and it doesn't work, right? Like taxing cigarettes does over long periods of time lower the amount of people who smoke, but it also increases the level of poverty in like your hardcore smokers.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
True.
a double-edged sword. Like the people who aren't gonna quit are now being taxed and they're spending more money and they're not gonna quit. So like we already know the majority of smokers are low income, so you're forcing even like less income on these people, but at the same time it does kind of work. I don't know. I think it's shitty.
No, yeah. Well, it's kind of like the whole, we're going to lower nicotine so you're less addicted. No, you're still the same amount of addicted. You're just going to fucking buy more.
Yeah.
And they just banned menthol cigarettes in Massachusetts starting in July. And everybody
Yeah.
I know that smokes still smokes menthols. They're like, I'm just gonna switch to regular cigarettes. Like, screw you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So, the
they're gonna
problem
ban
with
menthol cigarettes and any flavored e-juice. I believe. I'm not sure. I don't want to quote. Don't quote me on that. I mean, you might know more about that, Logan. But
my issue with banning menthol cigarettes is it's going to give police officers one more reason to discriminate against African Americans. because the majority of people who smoke menthol cigarettes
A minority.
are people of color, and so it's just one more fucking reason for them to harass them, police them, incarcerate them, you fucking name it.
And like people and like the police officers in Massachusetts, anything to pull over a minority, they'll do. Anything. Like they see him not wearing a seatbelt, and it's like whoop 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 whoop. Like they don't care.
I have an issue with menthol cigarettes specifically because of the lack of taste buds. But
that I have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't a
makes
fan
sense.
of menthols at all.
Menthol cigarettes are horrible for you. There's one more thing, and then I'll stop talking about cigarettes. There's a plaque in a hospital in Massachusetts. It says, if you smoke Cools, we cannot help you.
Really?
Like there's a plaque right when you walk in the ER, and it says that. And
Wait,
I'm like, wow,
seriously? What
yeah. There's it's been there since I can't remember. Like as a kid, I remember seeing it, and I'm like, "Mommy, what are Cools?" She's like, "Oh, they're cigarettes. Don't ever smoke." Like,
so
it worked out real well.
I'm gonna share two really short, quick stories. When I was 11 or 12 years old, I had like a really bad head cold. And my mom, I love my mom. Don't anybody think badly about my mom because of this. But she told me, she's like, oh, when you're older, if you've ever got a really bad head cold, just go smoke a Newport because it's got menthol in it and it'll clear you right up. This is my mother's advice to me when I was
you do that
12,
when you were 11?
Like 11 or 12.
It's like the Vicks Vapor Rub thing.
Right, exactly. And she was like, just go smoke a Newport. I love my mom. Love you, Ma. But so that was her advice to me. And I don't know, somewhere in the middle of my smoking, I had like a year-long kick. I'm gonna blame an ex-girlfriend of mine for that, where all I smoked was Newports. So I between my mom giving me that advice and then my terrible influence of an ex-girlfriend, I smoked Newports for like a year. Otherwise, I was a Camel guy.
Ditto.
Just plain Camel filters.
I went through all the Camel iterations you could possibly think of.
Oh, do you remember you're old enough, Clown. Do you remember Camel's signature series?
Yeah.
Camel Frost, Camel Robust, all those. Yeah.
I remember those.
What are you trying to say?
Robust.
Old? Are you trying to call them old?
Robust was
Old
my
enough,
favorite,
yes.
dude.
I'm okay,
I
dude.
remember those cigarettes tasted like nuts and berries. That's
Nuts
what they
and
tasted
berries.
like. The robust ones.
What kind of nuts?
I don't know, man. D's nuts? Like, I don't know, peanuts.
I was going to say exactly that.
Like,
Wait a minute. D's nuts as in your nuts, or D's nuts as in like from under cheese nuts?
You can pick, I guess.
You could pick.
Because if
Taste
they're
is
your nuts, I'm
subjective,
all
man.
over those.
Taste is
But
subjective.
I don't smoke anymore. So.
D's nuts might taste different to different people.
Like if they were Mitch's nuts, I'd be all over it.
Those are dad nuts.
Yeah, those are dad nuts.
Yeah, Papa Mitch nuts.
Papa Mitch.
Mitch nuts.
Mitch nuts.
There
don't
it
lie.
is, dude. That's your next your other e-liquid series.
That should be
Hogurts,
his
yogurts,
e-liquid
and
line.
Mitch nuts.
Nuts.
Dude. But instead of like mixed nuts, it's Mitched
Mitch nuts.
Yeah, there you go. He dunks
you
them
go,
in the
dude.
nuts.
We don't
A.
only give you content, but we also give you your juice line.
Yeah,
So,
dude. Fucking A, Mitch.
I mean,
it's
we're
a
just
tough
giving
time.
you gold right now, and if you don't use it, it's your fucking fault.
Yeah, it's a risky time to put out an e-liquid line, but I say go for it, Mitch. Fuck the FDA.
Yeah, fuck him up the asshole to break up a dick.
I say go for it. That's my advice.
So now I want to talk about specifically because of the taste buds, buffets.
You want to do some buffets? Some buffets.
Yeah, let's do some buffets.
Let's
Is
see.
it
Because-
Buffett time?
Buffet time because
My taste buds-
we already know that.
Yeah,
We
Yes.
We don't.
I get one weird flavor out of one e-liquid.
Two. You like that blackberry, cucumber, whatever the mint?
Oh no,
whatever the
no,
fuck
it's
it
that. Nick was
That
asking it last night. Why do you like that pomegranate one?
That pomegranate
so-
guava mint.
Yeah, Nick sent me. Yeah, it's pomegranate. No, it's pomegranate, mint, and cucumber is what that liquid is. And to me, it just tastes. Have you ever had like a fruity minty gum? Like like fruity minty gum. That's what it tastes like to me. And I think it's kind of refreshing. I still have a shit ton of it because I can only vape a little bit at a time. But I think it's pretty good. And Nick thinks I'm crazy. Yeah, Nick thinks I'm nuts.
And because of that, there's marshmallow and rescued e-liquid.
Yeah, okay. So for everybody out there, the whole Logan's Broken Taste Buds thing. Rescued e-liquid. They make a flavor called Vulcan, which is a strawberry kiwi.
It's amazing.
And yeah, it's delicious. And this liquid has a ton of different strawberries and a ton of different kiwis in it, and it's really fucking good. But there's one strawberry flavoring in that liquid that I have had in like a marshmallowy dessert liquid. And every time I vape Vulcan now, my brain plays a trick on my taste buds, and I taste that other liquids like marshmallowy note every time.
That's interesting.
That's it. Yeah, it's just a weird thing. My brain is like playing a trick on me. So now I'm broken and I don't have taste buds, and everybody fucking busts my balls for it. So it's whatever.
Welcome to the vape community. We're so friendly and nice up until we find something wrong with you.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Exactly.
Just one wrong.
Everybody's like, "Come on in. It's great here. It's great." Oh, you tasted something weird? You're fucked. Get out.
No, it's not get out. We're just gonna rag on you until the times.
Dude, like 6 years from now, somebody's gonna be like #Logan's Broken Taste Buds.
Yeah.
Never gonna go away.
Oh, you're gonna be broken taste buds guy now. That's fucked.
Fine. At least I'll be known for something, right?
Yeah.
Very true.
So that being said, Logan, what are you vaping on, man?
Ooh, Buffett time. All right. First up, this is the Notion with the Reload MTL on top of there. I've got some 10 milligram Water Malone on the inside of that. Phenomenal. Thank you, Mr. Chris Storm, for sending some mods my way. The first one is the Ram Squonker. Chris sent me this. I got everything all polished up in it, tore everything out of it, polished it up, cleaned it up, running great. The Citadel sitting on top of there, and I've got some of Mitched Nuts, Hoget's yogurt.
Hoget yogurt.
So I've got some of Mitch's blackberry lemonade in here, and that's amazing. And then the other mod that Mr. Chris Storm sent me, the 2700 dual parallel Titan. I've got a Goon 1.5 sitting on top of there. And this is a secret rescued e-liquid. I don't know if it's a secret or not, but that's what it is. Is this a secret? Can I talk about this? Rescued? Kelly? Nick?
Kelly?
Can I talk about this?
We need confirmation.
Because I'd like to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it if I don't have permission.
Right.
But that's it. That's what I've got tonight.
Did you see what's his name? Eric, he announced the side D, what it's gonna be.
What?
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
What?
It's gonna be a blueberry. I'm excited about that.
Ooh, blueberry what?
She said tell the world.
Cheesecake?
I don't know.
Muffin?
She said tell the world. You can
tell the world? Okay.
You got the permission.
This is a black currant lemonade. And it is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Like, I cracked this yesterday. And there's, oh, you can't see it. It's right here.
You love your lemonades, huh?
Fucking yesterday. Amazing. I don't know what it's going to be called. I don't know what dog name this is going to have, but buy it because it's fucking amazing.
I have a proposition. Can't we name Taste Buds or what?
Yeah, my broken taste buds think this is really good. That's all I'm going to say.
Eric said blueberry crumb cake, by the way. So.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. All right, I am going to pass it off to Mr. Chris Storm.
Okay. Vaping on the Dreamer with the Recoil Rebel. And in that I have Georgie, which is amazing. And I don't get the what is it like an ice? Is it like the ice cream? No, ice cream. Ice cream. They don't. There's no flavor profile on the bottle, so I have like, I'm like lost. I know. I get like a fudge aftertaste.
Mm-hmm.
Blue
Hashtag-
waffle.
Hashtag Chris's
waffle.
taste buds are broken too.
Hashtag my taste buds are broken.
Welcome to the club,
Buddy.
buddy.
I had the Dot Mod Squonk. Mr. J's Vapor Solution Mexa Treats. I have the Luna Squonk with some Hoget's yogurt, strawberry custard. Hoget's yogurt, go get you some, and get you some McClown's liquid because it's all bomb, all in my mouth hole.
In the mouth hole.
In the mouth hole.
Not in the taste buds. Just in the
Fucking
mouth
dream
hole.
a kid.
Dude, Mitch's
Sorry, my kid.
Mitch's liquid is good in any hole.
Yeah,
I haven't
any
had
hole,
any of Clown's liquid.
any hole but my butthole.
but it's good.
Hashtag any hole but my butthole.
What about the other hole?
And then
It's good.
And then I got the Notion with the Vapefly Galaxy with some Hoget's yogurt, 12 milligram. I need some more 12 milligram. It's on the way. Hopefully USPS will send. I'll get it. It says I'm supposed to get it tomorrow or Saturday. Hopefully, God forbid, because you know
Right.
they'll get it in like a month. And I'm gonna pass it to. Frank looks like he's busy, so let's pass it to Frank.
I have my Vert with the TM24 Pro, by the way. In that, I have Savage Marcellus. Still pretty good. Like it. Next, I have. Honestly, I can't stop vaping on this. Warlock's Hammer with an Ardent SE. In that, I actually have. Dude. I want to stop vaping on this, but it's just like this, so. God bless America. So, Nightshade, that's pitch black Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Is that the anal lube from Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you get dick mail from one of our sponsors, it's supposedly an anal lube from Mark. And then also, because I'm a good guy, I'm gonna wrap my Vicious Ant with a Reverie on top of it. In that, I have another FDA version of Mr. J's Vapor Solutions Mint Me. So look at that collar, dude.
It's motor oil.
He's like,
You've
That's
had
what
that
that
for
is.
way too long, dude.
and
Motor oil.
motor oil. And last, definitely not the least, I also have my Dotmon AO SE. In that, I have Illusions Nirvana. Oh yeah, I'm also vaping on the Torin Mech mod with a Torin RDA. And in that, where's the bottle? Dude, sometimes I just suck at doing bottles, man. Oh yeah, I'll have a
You
horchata.
shouldn't do bottles.
I didn't want to say it, man.
Hey, it's just like there's so many bottles. In
I
front of
suck
me.
at doing bottles too, bro. Don't feel bad.
That's
just-
one mistake.
It's not a talent that's in my wheelhouse.
And then clown.
Alrighty. I'm
Take
way
it
too
away.
OCD to not be able to do bottles.
You do jars now or what?
I keep them all lined up and perfect and all that, or at least to the best of my abilities. Alrighty. I got
Same
the
way.
yeah. I'm like too OCD. Like I have to like I'm like messy OCD. Where like it might look messy. It might look do what?
I have like the mod and then like the juice right next to it that's in the mod. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So like,
pretty much.
Like,
Pretty
dude,
much.
just every time I set my vapes down, they have to like, and they're in a line by height.
By height. Wow. Yeah, you take it to that
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah, dude, like that's how they're always sitting here, and I put it right back where it was after I pick it up.
See, for me, bottle dictates sometimes though, because I put the bottle directly behind it, and if it's like
Yeah.
a 100 ml bottle like that, they tend to be at the very far end.
That's how I am on my nightstand at night. When I go downstairs and like we go to bed, I'll have like 4 mods with the bottles directly behind them on my nightstand, all lined up.
Yeah.
That way I wake up in the middle of the night, dude, and I'll do it without even thinking. I'll grab it, I'll vape it, and then I'll put it right back where it belongs, right in line,
And then back to sleep.
and then back to sleep. Yeah.
Oh man. Alrighty, so I got the Kelpie RTA double barrel from Squid Industries, and in that I got Ben from Rescued guava lemonade deliciousness right there. Then I have the overpowered RDA on top of the slam piece, and in that I have from Bottled Violence caramel custard, and then lastly Karma Gen on top of the Bennett Tool Customs box. And from that I got Superb. I still don't remember what the fuck this thing's called. I had the box at some point. It's a peach berry lemonade. It's pretty good. I like it. Alrighty, so that was me. And yeah, you want to take an ad break real quick, Mr. Frank?
Before the ad break, quickly, I'll just need to put on the shout outs real quick in the chat. So,
Alright, do some shout outs.
So we'll do the domino effect. What's up, Dom? Logan Exhales, Mitch, the Yogurt Hogut. We also got 808 Kevin K, Dave Satek, Frank Wolfbite, of course, Chris Storm, aka Tune, of course. Oh, Vaping with CJ, dude. Thank you for tuning in, man. And also, we also have Shadow Link Vapor, and we also have Dave Satek, dude, what's up? How's it going? Yes, Lando, I got your donuts. I ate them all. What's up, dude? We also have Rescued Reviews and DC Rackley. What's up, buddy? Chris Lopez, dude. Yes, I haven't even shaved my head and I haven't had a haircut. So yeah, and yeah, suddenly someone appeared. Schweinsteiger, Wolfenstein, Hausenborgerdorf. So yeah.
They only show up right when you're doing
Shout out.
outs.
I don't know why. Oh yeah,
Every show.
there's the Daytime Frank. What's up?
What
dude?
up, Daytime Frank? That's another DIYer out there. Awesome dude. Go check out his stuff.
So we'll take an ad break.
Ad break.
Take it away now.
All right, so first up we got Steel Valley Vapors. Go check out their online shop and all that stuff. Go pick up some Bottled Violence or some of the Clockworks line. Amazing juice. The custard Bottled Violence line is amazing. I'm seriously been digging all three of the ones that I have of them. Then we have the Clockworks line. They have, as you can see, Dim, Georgie, Pete, Alex. If you guys are Clockworks Orange fans, you know where those names come from. They are really good. The Alex, which is a Portuguese, what is it, custard tort or whatever, egg tart. It's really good. I'm liking it. I'm digging it and all that. And yeah, like I said, go check them out. And then next we have Rescued. Rescued is an amazing company. They do a lot more than just sell juice. I like how you're putting the bottle up, but they can't see this right now.
I know.
I had to stop just to say that. But yeah, they don't just sell juice. They actually put a percentage of the profits towards the Humane Society, which helps rescue mostly puppers, but they do any type of animal that is in need at the moment. And seriously, like, you guys, if you go check out their channel, Rescued Reviews, you see, like, they take a moment to talk about what puppies have been helping out and what their stories are and where are they heading. Like this past week when we were on last night, they talked about how one of them got to go home. They found a home, and then another one, like, what was the first one? I can't remember off the top of my head real quick. Do you guys remember?
Blue was the one that went home, and
Yeah.
I think Buddy the helping out.
Yeah. So just keep that all in mind. And yeah, check it. I mean, the juices are awesome. You know, aside from all the awesome stuff they do, Nico, I have torn through like just ridiculously. Velez, if you send me like a gallon of it, it'll probably be gone in a week. Then Vulcan is great. Benthol is an amazing menthol that really is not too harsh on the throat.
What about Vengeance? We don't want to talk about Vengeance or
Oh,
what?
Clown loves vengeance.
If
Send
you're
him all the
into
vengeance.
that
Everybody
banana,
send him vengeance.
if you're into that banana, get you some Vengeance. And if you want to see if it has marshmallow or not, get you some Vulcan. Yeah.
Okay, they only sent me the Vulcan with marshmallow in it. Okay,
Only you
everybody
got
else
it.
is just gonna get normal strawberry kiwi. I got the marshmallow one. That's all.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so yeah, let's just jump into some full of tangents right here.
So we want to talk about Logan exhales because, dude, honestly, I've seen this guy, you know, do a lot of shows, be in live shows and whatnot. But I've also talked to him a couple of times in Zoom rooms, which is awesome, and got into like some Twitter, retweets and Twitter replies and things like that. But I really want to know, like, who is Logan Exhales?
Oh boy. Well, I'm a landscaper, a father, a harm reductionist. I don't know. I guess that's about it. That's it. That's me.
So, what got you into, first and foremost, vaping? Because like everyone's like has their own story, but
Sure.
here in the show we always focus on what's your vaping story kind of thing. So,
All right. Well, I started smoking, like right when I turned 14. So, and immediately, I fell in love with smoking, and I was within maybe a month or two, I was already a pack a day smoker. So I smoked for a total of just shy of 12 years. Probably 6 or 7 years in, I tried to quit a few times. I tried patches, I tried gums, I tried lozenges. I never tried Chantix or any of the medication just because I know me and my mental health. It wasn't something I was going to gamble on. A few years after that, or shortly after that, I should say, it was maybe 2011 or so, I tried my first e-cigarette. I bought a Enjoy King, I believe it was at the time. Didn't work for me. And I actually kind of basically discounted vaping at the time. I was like, it didn't work. These little e-cigarette things, they're not for me. And for a long time after that, after failing with everything, I gave up. I was just like, I'm a smoker and I'm going to die a smoker. And that was the reality that I had accepted for myself. The summer of 2017 rolled around and I was outside playing with my kids. We were out playing like soccer or kickball. And like 15 minutes in, I remember just being winded, just gasping for air, and told my kids, I need a break. I'm going to go sit down. You girls keep playing. And, I went over, I sat down. What's the first thing I do? Gasping for air, can't breathe. I pull out a cigarette. I light it up and I'm sitting there smoking and I'm watching my kids and it hits me like a train. I see this, I don't know if the word vision is the right word for it, but I saw, me 40, 50 years down the road as the dad hooked up to oxygen, the dad in the wheelchair, the dad who's got to get wheeled down his daughter's wedding aisle. And I said, I can't do this anymore. And we had a vape shop in town that I drove by literally every day on my way to work. And I went inside, I grabbed the wife and I said, look, the kids are outside, they're playing. Can you watch them? I'm going to go down to the vape shop. I know other people that use these. I know that they're better than the ones that I tried years ago, and I'm going to give it a shot. I went down. They hooked me up with some 18 milligram strawberry lemonade with an Aspire kit with a Cleto tank. And 6 days later, I was done smoking. And I've been just vaping ever since. No cigarettes, going on 3 years. So
That's
yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah. 18 milligram clouds is what it took for me.
Woo.
So
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I started vaping in 2012, and it took forever for it to take. Honestly, I dual used for like 2 years.
Yeah, I
It
know a lot of
wasn't.
people that dual used for a long time.
It's because
You know.
those OG style stuff just didn't really work for everybody.
Yeah, I completely dismissed it because I mean that was the only that was all I knew. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I had never there were no vape shops in 2011 here.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing that you could find really were like the gas station ones at the time, like the Enjoys, the original Blues, things
Mm-hmm.
like that. And they were so underpowered and they tasted horrible and they didn't draw right. It was just an unpleasant experience. And I knew within like the first day of trying to use this thing that it just wasn't satisfying. It just wasn't going to do it. And I didn't bother to look into anything else. You know, I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, this is what e-cigarettes are. This is what vaping is. And it's not for me. And so I just discounted it. And then a few years later, before I ended up actually going to the vape shop, I had a couple of buddies that had bought like actual vapes, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like a mod and a tank and stuff. And I was still just like, man, it's just a bigger version of that thing that I had that didn't work. And I just kind of discounted it for a while. And then finally that moment of desperation hit me, you know, that desire to live for my children. Um, and I just said, I got to give it one more chance. Like maybe these things have gotten better. Maybe if I go and I talk to somebody at an actual shop, they can help me. And, and that was it. You know, I just, once I had more power and more flavor and I kind of saw the world of vaping, I guess, you know, devices and tanks, and there's so much more to it than just these little gas station shit e-cigs that light up at the end. I'm so glad. I think we're past that. Do any e-cigarettes still light up at the end?
Nah,
Yeah, well, I
Cigalikes
mean,
Nah.
are
the
long since
blues
dead.
still do, but
Do the
that's
blues
about it.
still have the little blue light at the
Yeah,
end?
the blues
Yeah.
still have the little blue light, but I think other than that, I don't think I think that's the only thing that has the little blue light at the end.
But yeah, I mean that was it, man. And then yeah, I just dove in, you know. And that was it.
So, because we're also going to talk about this, and I posted your link in the chat. So if anyone wants to follow him, please do so, and please do so because he creates amazing content. Plus, he's a guy. Honestly, he's one of the guys that I look up to in the industry. So much
Thanks, man.
appreciated to that. And what's with Rise and Vape? Like I know like you do podcasts, but
Yeah.
like first and
So you want
foremost,
the
like
the story of Rise and Vape?
yes, and also why a podcast? Because I
Okay.
want to think of it as a mindset that okay, he could have went like somewhere into a YouTube realm or
I did.
somewhere into a Twitch realm. You know what I mean? So why SoundCloud? Why a podcast? So yeah.
All right. Well, before vaping, before all of vaping, I did do Twitch, and I moved on to Mixer. I live streamed video games for the better part of 3 years or so. We used to do charity streaming for Extra Life for Kids to raise money for children's hospitals. We had a big stream team. We did the whole thing, streamed and streamed. And then it just became too time consuming is basically what happened. I started, you know, when you stream video games, you have to be present all the time.
Yes.
If you want to actually succeed, I guess, at streaming video games, you have to be live all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time. It's such a demanding thing. Ton of fun, super demanding. And it just took away from my kids. You know, I was spending less and less time with my children. And finally, I couldn't do it. I was like, look, I'm done streaming. I've been playing video games since I was 4 years old. I love video games. They're
What
my
kind
jam.
of video games?
JRPGs and shooters are probably my two go-to genres, I suppose. But yeah, so I live streamed video games and then I stopped and something was missing. Somewhere in that time frame, I started vaping while I was still streaming video games. I took some time off from doing content. And then I remember very specifically, I was watching a Grim Green vlog. and somebody sent him a comment or a message or something asking Nick if they should start a vaping channel. And Nick, without hesitation, was like, yes, the more the merrier. We need more people on YouTube, more people talking about vaping, doing vape shows, getting people involved and helping smokers quit. And I took that as like a call to action to me. You know what I mean? Like I heard Nick tell this guy that, and I was just like, well, shit, I'm going to do it too. And so I did. I started a YouTube, and I guess actually before that, I guess we'll rewind just a little bit further. Prior to the YouTube, Rise and Vape initially started on Instagram, and it was kind of like a play on like Wake and Bake. You know what I mean? To anybody out there who knows what Wake and Bake means. So I did Rise and Vape, and it was a morning show on Instagram, and it was me at the time building coils and like cleaning stuff and just chatting with people in the community. And it was just a little morning live show with coffee and hang out. And I would, you know, whoever was in the chat, if they wanted to come on and join me in the stream, I would bring them on for a while. And it was a fun time. And then I finally said, look, I'm actually going to start a show. So me and my wife started the Rise and Vape show that was on YouTube. And it was basically, it was kind of like almost our version of a vlog, I guess, is the best way to put it. We did reviews, we did e-liquid reviews, we did news and advocacy, we did, I used to do this cool thing, I thought it was cool, it's called smoke-free shoutouts, and I would take people's stories from like Twitter or Instagram or wherever they shared the stories with me, and then share them with everybody else on YouTube, put them up, shout them out, that whole thing. And we had a lot of fun, but Becky has never been big on camera. She doesn't really like to be on camera. I don't mind it. Obviously, I was a streamer and you know, all that fun stuff. So I wanted to keep creating content, but I wanted her to be involved and her to be comfortable. And so I don't know, maybe just a little less than a year into YouTube, I said, look, why don't we do a podcast? That way we can basically still have the same premise, the same show, but you don't have to be in front of a camera. It'll make you more comfortable and I still get to create content. And that was just the compromise. And last September, we started the Rise and Vape podcast.
Because I know for a lot of people, and I don't know if it also goes to or to Tuna, because he also has Storm Report on. You have to help me out here, buddy.
Apple Podcast and
Anchor. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So, dude, like for me, when someone wanted to like create a channel, and it's like, yo, I'm gonna create a channel to, you know, spread the word of vaping, not because like I have an own selfish ambition, but my selfish ambition was for everyone to be smoke free or for harm reduction.
Absolutely.
Like, that's like my all day go to. The thing was, like, I didn't have like this camera yet. I only had like a mic, and my camera was like shitty, so I can't shoot a video. I'm not like the person who's eloquent more on the camera. Like I can speak, but if given an opportunity, I can. Nah, but in the manner that I kind of like just like having a mic per se, and I don't know if it also goes to Clown, but me and for myself, I wanted to work on radio shows. Like that's like one of the biggest things. Is I know Stan said it in the podcast, by the way, which you should check out on soundcloud.com/Rise and Vape, his interview with Stan, which is very good, because me and Stan.
Hey, I'm glad that you like it. Because I'm gonna tell you, I've never spent more time editing a podcast in my entire life. We have
how much do you edit, by the way?
Dude, podcasts are great, right? So back when I used to do the YouTube show and I had like a cut, edited, polished videos, it would take me all day. We would record in the morning. I would edit for hours on end. My whole Sunday went to shooting, editing, publishing, promoting, the whole thing. That was my entire Sunday. Now, for me and Beck, if all goes well and we don't have any weird issues that happen, setup takes the longest. Getting everything around, getting everything right. We sit down, we record for like an hour. My editing time is like 30 minutes, and it's posted, and I walk away. It's so much better. And the glorious thing of like, the thing I love about podcasting, and I think it's the same thing for Beck, is there's no pressure, right? Like, you don't have to be YouTube ready. You don't have to like try to look good. Like, we'll wake up, I'll stumble out of bed in my boxers, go make a cup of coffee, come up to the office, get everything going. We'll sit here and just record in our underwear. Like, it's great,
Thanks for the visual, buddy.
Hey, man. Boudoir.
So when we come on your show, do we have to be in our underwear too?
You don't have to wear
pants optional on your show.
Pants are completely optional on my show.
I'm just saying, this has been verified by several people. YouTubers don't wear pants. Why do you think we just keep the camera here?
Right. Yeah, YouTubers don't wear pants anyway.
You want to see?
But I mean, there's a lot of people out there that like, they do their hair. They have to be like YouTube ready, And that's one of the best things about podcasting is I could have the worst bed beard, and just it doesn't matter.
I know what like bed beard means.
Dude, bed beard, bro, I'll wake up and my beard will be like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just like fanned out.
Yeah. Know? I just get the fan out when my beard's fully grown out.
Yeah. So, and I don't have to worry about anything. And my wife is comfortable. She's happy. It makes me happy that she's involved and comfortable. So, it was just the best. It was the best compromise, and it's been great. We've had incredible guests on the show. Great stuff. I'm excited to have you guys on. It's just a really great time. It's a lot of fun, and it's partially like my kind of selfish like desire to create content, but along with that, I've always had that like need to, I played in bands, I streamed, I've always wanted to like be creative. And so I get to do that, but I also get to do that for a good cause.
Yep.
It's just like when I was streaming video games, we did a lot of charity streams. I said, look, if I'm gonna make content, I want to make content that I enjoy, that benefits people in some way, shape, or form. And so it just makes sense to do something with vaping.
See, here's the thing with me, and I think we're pretty similar in that way, which is like that's my comfort zone. Is like, I have a mic, I don't have to be like exactly dressed up for something, and I can just like, okay, go to the booth and then just like speak, get a topic in mind, and then just spit it out like just that quickly as possible. Now, like when you start it, it's obviously going to be like, okay, for myself included, if let's say for example, and this was way in the start of Wolfbite, which is like 2 years ago. So if let's say for example, I have Clown on, which would usually take 1 hour per guest. I always like put it into account, 1 hour per guest. If it's Jared, it takes like 4 hours. But 1 hour per guest, and then after that, editing for me would take, because you always have to take into account, I also have like an audio background, so I have to like, I'm kind of like meticulous in a way that it has to have no dead spaces kind of thing. But in a way, I practice myself to be in a manner where I only take, let's say, at the most 2 hours. So at least like 3 hours of your day. So like that's how, like, let's say, I advocate for more podcasters, let's say, because there's a lot of content that you could do in the podcast, and you can just like speak. Like it's like the most, I would say, efficient way and in the most comfortable manner you could do.
So here's what I love about podcasts, because I'm an avid podcast listener. I love podcasts.
Same.
I work alone for the most part. Most days I'm a landscaper and construction worker, but a lot of times I'm on my own, and it's nice to be able to throw in a set of headphones, and part of my day I'll be listening to music. The other part of the day is podcasts, and that's how I get a lot of my information. It's how I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts. I listen to a lot of political podcasts. I listen to vaping podcasts.
That's how you feed your mind.
Yeah, and it's great because I guess it's a double-edged sword, right? Like,
Kind of.
things like YouTube have a much bigger audience. More people watch YouTube than there are people that listen to podcasts. There's a smaller demographic of people that listen to podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody out there is going to go start a podcast, I would encourage it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a great time. But don't go into starting a podcast thinking that you're going to have 1 million followers overnight, because there just aren't that many people that listen to podcasts. But you can listen to a podcast while you're doing anything. It's not a visually demanding content. You don't have to like stop what you're doing and watch this video. You can just put in,
clean the house or whatever. Like,
yeah, you can just put it on in the background. You can turn up your computer and put it on, or throw in headphones and put it on. And I just think that's one of my favorite things about podcasting is you're not limited to you're not forced to stop whatever you're doing to sit down and watch.
Yep.
You can just have it in and you can do whatever. And so it's something that I love podcasts, and so when me and Becky talked about starting the podcast and switching from YouTube, I was all in. I was like, yes, 100%. Yeah, I just like podcasting. It's a lot of fun.
That and you can burn through podcasts so well, especially if you find a topic you like.
Yep.
Because I like what are they called again? It's like a beer podcast I listen to. They're out of Austin. They're pretty good.
Beer, vape, and taco, or what?
I need a good beer podcast. So when you find out what it's called, shoot it my way, because I need a good beer podcast. It's actually something I've been looking for.
Dude.
I'm gonna look it up for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
To anybody, my favorite podcast out there, period, is a podcast called Narcotica. And it's a podcast all about drugs and the people that use them. And so if it's something if anybody is interested in drug harm reduction and all of that, Narcotica.
you can just shoot that my way.
That's my top pick for everybody.
You can shoot that one my way.
Narcotica?
Yeah.
It's called Narcotica. Yeah, I'll shoot it your way.
I forget everything.
Yeah,
I'll
dude,
ask about
absolutely.
times what time's the show tomorrow? I mean, see,
Yeah.
I just did it again. What time's the show tomorrow? Nope, not tomorrow.
Yeah, Narcotica. A lot of the guys on the show are in South Philly, ground zero for the opioid overdose crisis that we're in, and these are people that really care. These are people that really give a shit about the truth about drugs and the people that use them. And I would encourage it to anybody. I mean, there's so much to learn and so much to take in that show. It's definitely my top podcast. I get giddy every time they put out a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The podcast I was talking about, it's on Google Play. It's called The Beerist.
The Beerist?
Yes, The Beerist. Beerest.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, no, it's a really good podcast. And their fan base is so rabid that they don't even have to buy beer anymore. They get so much beer sent to them, and they'll actually do beer reviews and talk about the breweries and stuff. And they get stuff from all over the country. It's really, I don't know, I like it. It gets very interesting. They're and was it for Labor Day? They throw a big beer bash where if you're willing to go down to Austin, you can bring your own. They do a whole bring your own beer thing, and they just throw a big weekend long party. It's pretty insane stuff.
Fucking A. I love beer. I just haven't been drinking very much of it lately.
Same here.
I don't know why. Maybe it's just because like my beer store is closed right now. My beer store right down the road. And I don't know.
Wait, they can't deliver?
Yeah, once all this went down, they just shut down.
No curbside, no nothing.
Nothing. They've been closed since New York like shut everything down.
I work in a place that their beer guy is a really good beer snob type guy, to where he picks out some really good stuff, and I just talked to him. I call him Mustachius because he rocks like the whole mustache.
Oh yeah, I've tried that, and I don't wear it well.
See, my hair just is not meant for that. I've tried it.
Yeah,
it falls. Fuck dealing with the wax.
Yeah, I've tried. I don't wear it well. It's more for them, less for me, and that's okay. What kind of beer do you like?
I'm mostly a stouts guy. I'm mostly a stouts guy. Like some porters, triples are amazing if you can find a good one. Like Belgian triples are just the shit, honestly. Then like Hefeweizens here and there, ales here and there, IPAs can get the fuck away from me.
Okay, so that's where you and I are gonna diverge.
Yeah, no, I figure most people like IPAs. I just can't do the heavy, earthy taste. I just can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like IPAs, Logan?
I do. So here's my beer preferences change with the seasons.
See, mine don't. I'm not a seasonal guy.
Yeah, in the summer I'm IPAs, sours, citrusy.
Sours
IPAs.
are amazing, dude.
Like, yeah, dude, I love sours in the summer. I love real like citrusy Cascade hops, heavy on the hops, IPAs in the summer. And then in the winter is when I get into stouts and porters and things like that. You know? Yeah. So I kind of change with the seasons, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you're supposedly supposed to drink beer, is seasonally. And that's why, like, being a stout guy in the summer sucks because they don't release that many stouts.
Yeah. I can't drink stouts and porters and stuff in the summer. Like, it sits too heavy in the gut.
See, for me, I don't care what time of year it is.
Cloud, just give me them.
Give me all the stouts, except for Caucasian. That was disgusting. There's this one down here that I got to do for the vlog last week. It's called the Caucasian. It's supposed to be a White Russian Imperial Stout, and it straight up tasted like an IPA. Because it's supposed to have like a piney, earthy taste to it, but that was just the forward note. There's nothing else to it.
Interesting.
I was like, this is mislabeled. I even said it in the video. I was like, you fuckers need to relabel this. This is not a stout. You're full of shit if you think it is.
There's a brewery called Left Hand Brewing Company.
Oh, they're amazing, dude.
Their milk stout. Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's so good.
So good. I'm really glad that you've had that beer.
Between Left Hand and Founders, they're like my go-tos when it comes to like stouts for
Founders is good. Yeah, Founders.
The breakfast.
Really Founders makes a great IPA too.
Yeah, the breakfast stout, the one with the baby eating oatmeal or whatever. It's fucking good.
Yeah, Founders. Founders is pretty good.
You know, branding and stuff. They don't like the beer world does not care anymore.
We have a brewery out here in Buffalo that's called Big Ditch, and they make a phenomenal stout and a really, honestly, I don't normally go for pilsners, but they make a really good pilsner.
Okay.
And see, I'm always willing to try anything because I've even had like an IPA I loved. I was like, I got to go back through my vlogs and see which one it was. But I like again, I talked to my beer guy and he's like, try this one. I was like, I don't like IPAs. He's like, just try it. You will love it. And I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah. Because even like they came out last year with a pickle beer. It's infused with pickle juice. And I mean, it straight up tastes like if you just open a jar of pickles, dumped out all the pickles and started.
See, I would try it because I like dill pickle chips.
Okay.
Some people, it's not for everybody.
I like pickles and stuff, but not to that extent. That was a bit much for me. They even have a spicy pickle version too.
I would try. Have you ever had a jalapeno beer?
No, I have not.
I've had a jalapeno IPA, and it's just astringent hops and heat. Really good though.
Do you have any favorite beers, Tuna, or what?
Like, what's your go-to beer? If like you were to buy one right now, what would it be?
I think that's what Frank just asked you.
Yeah.
Oh, Me?
Yes,
Yeah.
you.
Oh, Budweiser. No, I'm kidding.
Natty Light. He's from Florida.
Yeah, no. It's
Milwaukee's
Keystone Light. Get it
best.
right.
Best.
Keystone Ice.
Old
Get it right.
Milwaukee.
Keystone.
Steel
Oh,
Reserve.
Stone.
He drinks
there you
Steel
go.
Reserve.
No, I like.
Hey,
It,
when I was
it's
like
big, it's
18, Steelies were the jam, dude.
I know.
It's big,
That's
'cause,
before
like-
we had actual pallets. Yeah, that's
Like
a
a-
beer snob thing to say,
when
but
your
it's
when your
true.
whole mission was just to get drunk,
Yeah.
Steelies would do it, man.
When your whole mission was just to get drunk and all you had was $5.
True.
have a 40 and you're golden.
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
and I would
It's-
still, even back then, I still would pick up a Steely over a Four Loko.
all day.
Is it
Yeah.
Mad Dog? Is that the one with the red pit bull on the fucking bottle?
Oh yeah, Mad Dog. Yeah. Some old English.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll drink a 40 of Old English.
Oh,
Wild
man.
Irish Rose, but that's not beer. That's like wine, kind of, right?
Yeah, something.
It was
Dude,
weird 'cause
some
my
Bartles
dad
and
drank
James.
Heineken growing up, and I thought it tasted like rotten cheese.
Uh-huh.
But like when I grew up, I kind of acquired a taste to it. So like I'm just like I'm not like a beer snob. I'll drink like the beer I like Sam Adams Summer Ale. I like Sam Adams Oktoberfest, the Shock Top one they have. I'm a big Sam, no, because they're from Boston. So shut up, Mitch.
Yeah, right. Sure.
True.
I won't drink Budweiser. Like it just tastes like Panther piss to me. I don't know why.
See,
To me, it's just
I-
really bland. That's
Yeah,
really
it
my
just
problem.
tastes like watered fizz.
I'll tell you what though, I would rather drink a Budweiser, like a regular Budweiser,
than a Bud Light.
than a Bud Light or like any like main domestic light beer. I would still choose like a full Budweiser.
See, in that
shout out to
sense,
Little Coils, by the way.
do what?
Shout out to Little Coils, by the way.
Shout out to Little Coils.
He gets
See-
drunk off of one Bud Light. Love you, buddy.
For me,
Hey man, he saves a ton of money. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Fuck, if I could get drunk
That's a
off
cheap date in my book.
if I could get drunk off of one Bud Light, dude, give me that superpower. I
Mhm.
will take that on. I
No.
would save so much money.
Would you
Yeah,
really though?
'cause-
Would you really want that to?
Would you really want that feeling, though?
So here's what I would do. I would buy, because you can get the Bud Lights in like the bottles with the screw on top.
Yeah, women
Okay.
drink out of bottles, but okay, go ahead.
Hey, man, whatever. But if it only took me one to get drunk, I would ration that one. I would pour like a third of it into a glass.
I'm like a
catch
Scotch
buzz.
guy, be like, hello.
Yeah, exactly. Save a ton of money. Fuck.
that's funny. No, I mean, I have gotten to that point with like drinking where like one beer and I'm good. I'm buzzing for most of the day, and I'm okay with
For
that.
most of the day. Oh,
Yeah.
I wish I was that way.
No, yeah. My alcoholism
I just-
got to a point where like I was downing like a bottle or two of Jack a day, and
Yeah.
I was not feeling anything. And then I stopped drinking, and now beer just gets me set. So I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
Your tolerance just hit rock bottom.
It did.
Years and years ago, like right when I turned 21,
Okay.
I kind of had, I guess, a problematic relationship with alcohol. It was more of the situation that I was in, and I was just using alcohol to avoid my life. But I was drinking anywhere from half to a full 30 rack of Milwaukee's Best every night.
Milwaukee's best.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Just because like a
Pick the
30
good stuff, huh?
a 30 rack of Beast is like $15.
Oh,
And they're
hey.
like 6% beers.
Mm.
So
Like this right
Okay.
here, I only bought this because I want to. Like, I was like, nah, I'm gonna have a good time. What is this? 5.9%. So you drink like 6 of them,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, I'm
yeah,
feeling,
dude, that's how
I'm
Milwaukee's
feeling
Best
loose,
is.
baby. Like,
Yeah.
And I mean
Fucking
those beers also are heavier with sugar, and that's what gets you more drunk. It's kind of like
It's like
anybody
sugar
that
out, they'd be like
ridicules
500.
yeah. Anybody
Like,
that
whoa, holy
ridicules
shit.
people that drink girly drinks doesn't know how to drink, because you want to get fucked up, go into a girly drink world, and you will
Oh.
get sloshed so fast.
It's like not many people can make a true Long Island iced tea and do
Yep.
it well.
Yeah.
But if you can find somebody who makes a true Long Island iced tea, there's like 7 shots in it
Mm-hmm.
and you don't taste the alcohol. It's incredible. A real Long Island iced. I mean, you do taste the alcohol, but it's not like you don't taste.
It's not
It doesn't
as pungent.
taste like there's 7 shots in that thing.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, dude. Like Long Islands and shit like that, dude. Girly drinks, they'll fuck you up, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's why they give them the stir straw. Like that's all you get with this drink is the stir straw, so that way you sip it the whole night.
I went to a sushi place one time with my brother and my buddy, the one I was telling you earlier with the salt and pepper hair. And we're sitting there, and my brother gets this thing called like the electric vibe or some shit like that, and it's like this neon orange green looking thing. And the waitress,
sounds like an adult toy.
yeah, and like the waitress walks up to the table, and she's like, "Did one of you order this?" Like, 'cause they, all three of us beards, just like really heavy looking, and he's all like, she's like. And my brother's like, it's me.
It's me. Here, okay, true story. A few years ago, me, the wife, and the kids, we all went down to Florida for Christmas and New Year's. So we're staying at this resort, really great place, awesome, poolside, bar at the pool. Becky goes and gets a drink called a mermaid. And so I don't know what it is, but it's a blue and green slushy with booze. It's delicious.
That's always a fun time.
So about 5 minutes after she gets back with this drink, here I am in the bar ordering mermaids for me. And I'm just double fisting mermaids back to the pool. But hey, girly drinks, man. Every now and again, they're fine.
Oh yeah,
You
I
know,
mean,
like my
again,
wife
if
likes
you
to-
want to get like completely sloshed, go the girly drink route.
The only thing you
fucking
gotta
hit
look
you
out
hard.
for in girly drinks is the sugar.
Yeah, well, yeah. Stay hydrated.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
my
that's where
water
the
in
hangover
between.
will come from.
Yep, they'll get you drunk quicker, but you're also gonna have a fucking terrible next day.
Yeah, pretty
You're gonna
much.
wake up with a headache. You're gonna be drinking a lot of this,
Yeah.
and then, like my wife drinks, what is it? Coconut rum and cranberry juice, or coconut rum and pineapple juice.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh, these are really good. Wham, 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 wham. And then like the next day, I'll just be like, oh Jesus, why did I do that?
I mean, like on a hot summer day, like we'll still make like screwdrivers or vodka lemonade slushies.
I don't do vodka. Me and vodka
stuff
don't
like
mix. I
that.
fight. I fight when I drink
The
vodka.
only hard liquor that I do not drink is Jack Daniels.
Really?
For real.
And I love whiskey. This is weird.
You drink Scott?
Like I love whiskey, but I don't play well with Jack. The last time that I drank Jack Daniels, I was maybe 19, and I woke up in a random person's house on their couch. They woke me up, actually.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I was like 7 houses down from my buddy's house that I was supposed to be at. And I just wandered into this person's house and passed out on their couch, and they woke me up at about 6 o'clock in the morning. Luckily, nobody called the cops. They were just like,
Get
Who the
out.
fuck are
I won't
you?
call anybody. Like, just.
I was just, yeah, it was a really awkward. And after that, I was just like, no more Jack. And that was the last time I drank Jack.
See, yeah, me and Jack don't get along anymore. Like, I turned to Jameson. But
Yeah, hey, fucking A.
dude, Jameson's amazing. Have you ever had TX whiskey?
No.
Oh, dude, it's really good
Yeah.
stuff. They make it down in Houston. It's really good. But
Yeah, Jameson's good stuff. You want to do car bombs?
yeah, let's do it. Irish car
Yeah.
bombs.
dude.
Car bombs?
Irish car bombs. That's a drink that'll fuck you up.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's fun
In
to
case
play.
anybody doesn't know. Oh yeah, dude. Because you have to down them quick,
Mhm.
right? Like, so for anybody that doesn't know what an Irish car bomb is, it's 8 ounces of Guinness Draft, a shot of Jameson in the beer, and then you take a shot of Bailey's.
Yeah,
Take a shot
it's
of Bailey's Irish cream, and you drop the shot glass and all, into the drink, and you have to drink it. The reason you have to drink it quick is because the Baileys will curdle.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens in that drink when all of that combines is just milkshake. You don't even taste the booze anymore. It just tastes like a milkshake.
You'll feel
they're
it, but you
amazing.
won't taste it.
Right. And the issue, like, so what we used to do is we would all sit down, you know, at the kitchen table, and we would just start making car bombs, and we would all end up having, I don't know, like 5 or 6 car bombs. And it's always one of those situations where you're not drunk until you stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, whoa, what happened?
Like
Yeah,
you're just
and
sitting
then
there
you're-
nice and
whoa.
calm, and then you get up and you're like, fuck, and then you just fall back down where you were
Yeah,
sitting.
you're like, all right, I'm just gonna sit back down now. Absolutely.
Just give me 5 more minutes.
Yeah. I'll take another though while we're here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Frank isn't saying anything right now, but he's a big whiskey guy.
I am.
We've
Yeah,
seen
I
him be a
actually
big
I
whiskey
just
guy.
had some really good salted caramel whiskey. I
Dude.
normally don't do like flavored whiskeys like that, but it was a present and fantastic.
Dude.
How do you drink your whiskey?
Me, either straight whiskey sours or with Coke.
On
With ice.
On ice. That's how
On
I
ice,
drink
yeah.
my whiskey. Yeah, I have like the so I have this really cool glass. I should go get it, but I'm not going to. So it's a square like whiskey glass,
Mm-hmm.
but
Uh-huh.
it comes with this silicone wedge insert. And so what you do, and it's literally like half the glass, like a triangle silicone wedge. You fill it with water, and then you push this wedge down into it, and then you freeze it. And
Okay.
when you pull the wedge out, you're left with half the glass, like a triangle of ice that you pour your whiskey over. Amazing.
Nice.
It's my
Nice.
favorite fucking. It's my favorite fucking glass.
I will say, I've
Yeah,
tried
it's
whiskey stones.
beautiful.
They're full of shit.
Yeah, yeah. Before that, I bought I have 2 or 3 of like the whiskey ball like molds for the
Yeah.
Those
freezer.
work?
Oh yeah, those are great. Yeah, but fuck, I wish I could remember the name of that glass. But if you really like whiskey on ice, I would recommend going and getting one of these glasses because they're fucking slick and they're great. The only issue is you only get like 1 drink out of it. Otherwise, you got to resort to, you know, whiskey balls or
Yeah.
just ice cubes or whatever after that. But yeah,
Okay. Nice. And if you guys want to know more about our drinking habits,
I feel like I need to
We'll
bring
be
the
up.
beer podcast back.
yo, you should.
I have
if
way
you
too
want-
many
I'm down,
projects.
dude. I'm down for a beer podcast. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Dude.
We're gonna have to talk.
If you guys want to know more about our drinking habits, Rise and Vape will be recording it Saturday. Wednesday it's
Yeah.
going to come out, hopefully. So yeah, like, dude, it was an awesome time. Like, honestly, I didn't know what time it was, and it was like going too well. So dude,
We went over
Thank
by a
you.
smidge.
best Mitch. But thank you for being here, man. Like,
Yeah, thank you
I-
guys for having me.
I just
This is a great
appreciate
time.
like a brilliant mind and everyone to learn from it. So yeah. So that being said, Mr. Logan, you have the permission. Anything you want to promote?
If anybody wants to find me on social media, it's just Logan_exhales, Twitter, Instagram, wherever. And then, follow the show on SoundCloud or on Apple Podcasts. It's just Rise and Vape. I know a few people, have been throwing up links in the chat. Go check it out. We do a show every Monday. We have a weekly episode that goes out where we do news and advocacy, and then we do a secondary topic that our patrons vote on. So it's different every week. And then I do another series called Rise and Chat on the same podcast where I have guests on, like these fine gentlemen here will be on next week. Check it out. We have a ton of episodes, a lot of content, a lot of good stuff.
So yeah, pass it on, man.
Am I supposed to hand it off to somebody?
Yeah.
You can, whoever you want.
How about Clown?
Alrighty. Yeah. Sorry I didn't do the vlog this week. The new schedule they have me on for like the 8th million time at work has me all messed up right now because they keep messing with my schedule every week. Last week I was going in at 8. This week I'm going in at midnight. Who knows? Like, they promised me next week would be the same at midnight, but we will see because my body needs to adjust to a fucking schedule. This has been a pain.
True.
But other than that, yeah, I might have some reviews coming up. I'm working on that, trying to get some videos edited and all that kind of thing. So
Lies.
be on the lookout for that. Yeah, they're all lies. Do go check out the Teespring if you guys want any Wolfbite swagger. There's some stuff with these gentlemen's faces right here. These guys right here has their faces on there, or just our logo, and any KV stuff you guys want to pick up. And then Patreon, go check out the Patreon. Any little bit helps. Much appreciated. Tuna.
Yeah. Follow all the links down below. I have a podcast with an advocacy for liberty, the Storm Report. You can follow us on all major podcasting listening devices. And then Saturday, I'm on a show with Advocacy for Liberty and Modi. It's modified liberty with a side of tuna or inside tuna. I have no idea what they named it.
Modified
Tuna
tuna
tits?
tits with liberty, they said.
Yeah, it's
Modified
I'm
tuna
just
tits.
there. I just show up and they do their thing, and that's it. So.
How are the tuna tits modified? That's what I want to know. And I also want to know, what are tuna tits?
I'm tuna and these are my tits.
No, I mean like a real tuna,
Oh,
like an actual fish.
if I knew, like, I don't even want to go there.
I stumped you. You're like, what the fuck are tuna tits?
I don't even want to go. Like, if somebody could make tuna tits logo, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. I'd actually use it.
I'm gonna get on that.
It's gonna be a giant albacore with fucking tits.
Just a giant albacore tits.
Hell yeah.
The
Alright,
big,
Frank.
big like Jessica Rabbit cleavage.
So yeah, like to thank you guys for joining the show, and again, thank you Logan Exhales for joining us. It's much pleasure picking up your brain. And yes, for us, Wolfbite Live is our Instagram, so follow that up. We're posting like we're kind of like posting lots of stuff here and there, so check that one out. Also, Frank Wolfbite on Instagram and Twitter, as well as I have a new podcast going on. It's called, and actually, it's not a working title anymore. It's like a real thing. It's Sven's Vapor Experience. Basically, it's a modified Wolfbite still, but you know, it still has a lot of.
It's
Frank
what Wolfbite was supposed to be until he brought me onto the show.
Yeah, basically. Which you will know more, and Rice and Vape. And also, if you want to keep that channel independent and this channel independent, on my right, on my lower left, patreon.com/Rice and Vape for that one, I think. Is that correct? Or yeah, patreon.com/Rice and Vape. And then that guy, patreon.com/whatever his name is, because I forgot.
Tuna?
No, you.
Oh, because
I don't have a
tuna.
Patreon.
Tuna is under you in my screen. There you
Okay.
go.
Here then. I'm pretty sure.
I don't
There's
have a
nothing
Patreon.
there.
What the
I
fuck?
just love
Daytime
how
Frank.
I just love how Zoom moves everybody around. It makes
I know,
it makes
right?
this whole
Yeah.
meeting to point at people very confusing.
Oh yeah, it's never what it is in the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever it goes to you, it's never the same. Like, what is it? What is it on YouTube right now? Clowns above me. In Zoom, clowns below me.
Uh-huh.
In my Zoom, Frank and Chris are still the same. And
Yeah.
daytime Frank, fly Eagles fly, baby.
Go
Yes.
Patriots. Go Buccaneers, kid.
So
Fly,
yes,
Eagles,
if you
fly.
want to keep that channel independent, I think it's patreon.com/KVTV. Every single dollar helps. So yeah, go check those out out. And remember, if you guys have any kindness to spare it to anyone, and give a little bit of your kindness each day of the week. So yeah, remember to vape on, legends.